Dylan Cease, Zoobs, did more than just cease the day in D.C.
Well said. You probably know about the no-no, but there is still plenty more to know. Let's take you to the nation's capital where it all went down. History in D.C. First thing you need to know, there was actually a rain delay, so we had to actually wait on history. Cease was on fire. He's had at least 5 games in every start this season. He's actually really pitching the best baseball of his career last few starts, and this was the start of something special. In the 5th, this was the Washington Nationals' best opportunity for a hit. Xander Bogaerts, it's gonna pop out of his glove, but Jackson Merrill, fresh off a 4-hit night, had the stick working last night. Fortunate with the defense this afternoon, as that Yepes harmless fly ball could have ended the no-no. In the 7th, Cease at 93 pitches, which is important because guys don't get to finish them. You hit a certain point, they're going to move you. Yepes grounds out, no-hitter through 7. He's at 94. A lot of Padre fans, either transplants or fans, made the trip. Now, does he stay or go? Here's his convo with the skip.
I just tried to put together as good of an argument as I could, and then Joe and Crony were there, and I kind of had them chime in on my behalf. And fortunately, he listened to me, and the rest is history.
Mike Schilt did say, listen, you got to be efficient here. So Cease wins the battle with the manager, goes out for the 8th, and the Phenom, Wood, he is the present and future of the Nats, one of the best prospects in baseball. That's pitch 99. Next batter, Keibert Ruiz. This looks like a can of corn. You saw the one in the 5th. This should be easy. Look at Cease is pumping his fist. Hang on a second. That thing barely got to first base as Bogaerts had to recover. You saw Cease pumping his fist. He thought that was standard. And once again, Bogaerts playing a major role defensively in the saving of the no-no. Next batter. How about that? This is Quiche. That was a 9-pitch 8th. So when they had the discussion in the 7th, he said you can't go deep into counts. You got to make it efficient. 9 pitches to get out. To the 9th. Vargas. That's pitch 111. Next batter. It's Young. The franchise is 55 years old. That's pretty young as far as MLB franchises go. They've had 1 no-hitter by Joe Musgrove, who's currently one of Cease's teammates. And now, Padre fans who, again, made the trip or maybe moved out east and want to see their favorite team in the nation's capital. Here comes history. A couple years ago, he had one broken up in the 9th, and on this day, he gets through 9 for his first career no-hitter.
Abrams to right field. Johnson coming in. He makes the catch. No hits for the Nats. Dylan Cease throws a no-hitter. The second no-hitter in Padres history. There'll be a sea of San Diegans celebrating back home today.
Second to Musgrove. Luis Arraez is going to give him the game ball. More on that great storyline in a second. A near no-hit pitcher. No more.
Man, I mean, I've come close before. And to do it, it really is remarkable and kind of hard to put into words. During big moments like that, it's very easy for your mind to start racing and telling you a million different things. So I think just staying in the present, trying to stay focused, that really helped me today. You know, I never really felt like too tense. I almost had the mindset of like, man, it's crazy I've made it this far. If they get hit off of me, I'm going to tip my cap, but I'm going out and emptying the tank. So every inning after the 7th, I would go in and talk with King and Joe, and we'd talk sequencing, and man, it worked out. It was awesome.
Unbelievable. You got those moments in the 5th and the 7th. That's Musgrove with the embrace. Remember, he threw the first Padres no-hitter. It took 52 years, and about 3 years later, they get another. Incredible. Dylan Cease. NL Cy Young odds, they plummeted today after the no-no. He's quietly having an outstanding season. Not a ton of people are talking about it. Chris Sale still leads the way. Sale pitched tonight, more on him in a second. And again, 3rd straight start with 6 innings and 1 or fewer hits allowed. You might think it was all about the no-hitter, but he is in the midst of one of the best stretches of his pitching career. Oh, by the way, we mentioned right before the break on the team bus on the way back. Remember, this was a day game. It's a getaway day. They're watching MLB Network. They're watching on the bus, and they're watching all the way until 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, and then the team bus explodes. And that was Cease himself in the middle of the celebration, standing up in the middle of the bus. How great was that? No hitters by MLB strikeout leaders. Again, how quietly of a great year is this guy having? No surprise the big unit, Nolan Ryan and Koufax would be on this list. Even Mike Scott for the Stros back in the mid-'80s. But Dylan Cease is now in that exclusive club. We'll see if he ends up finishing the season, of course, as your strikeout leader. There's getaway days, and there are feeling great getaway days. That was Dylan Cease on the bus with the teammates watching his first career no-hitter and the second in Padres history. So that's on the way out of the nation's capital. What happened to get it done? Let's pick it up. Bottom of the 9th. In their 55-year history, the Pods have one no-hitter. Came courtesy of Joe Musgrove, who's one of Cease's teammates. Cease pitching for the White Sox a couple years ago with an opportunity for his first no-no. And Luis Ariz, one of the best hitters in baseball, breaks it up, realized how close he was to baseball pitching immortality, wondering if he'd ever get another chance. How funny life works. Let's move back to Thursday. He's now teammates with Ariz. Both guys were picked up in the offseason. Cease in March, Ariz after that. Last out, Ariz realizes he cost him his first no-hitter, and now he's going to be teammates for his first official no-no, the second in the Pod's 55-year history. Unbelievable. Ariz was out there to give him the game ball. Musgrove, the only other no-hit pitcher, was out there to give him an embrace. There's Ariz presenting him with that ball, the greatest moment of his career. He's having an outstanding year.
And oddly enough, your teammate now, Luis Ariz, the guys that broke it up, he was in the dugout rooting you on today. That's also pretty ironic.
Yeah, it is. I think I had a little flashback right there. Made sure I got the slider a little bit lower. So, yeah, that's, man, off the bat right there, it looked kind of like a blue pit. Yeah. And then I just saw it stay up, and I was just screaming and yelling, and, you know, that was awesome.
What he's essentially talking about is in the 5th inning and the 7th inning, there were bobbles. Easily could have cost him the no-hitter. Padres salvage both, and he makes baseball history. Kind of reaction all over the place today, right?
I know. I remember covering Dylan Cease in Chicago. I also remember the game where he had 2 outs in the 9th inning and gave it up. Happy for him, and obviously social media agreeing with us as well. An exciting day for the Padres. Now, you mentioned that I could say Cease is one of the Cy Young Award nominees, leaders. So was the guy pitching for the Braves tonight, and they were involved in the game with him. That's correct. Mets coming off a big win yesterday over the Yankees, facing the Braves in Atlanta. Braves in a slump, but Chris Sale on the mound. That's Francisco Lindor sending a fly ball to deep left center field. That's a 2-run bomb. Lindor, 5th homer in a 4-game span. Excuse me, Mets take a 2-1 lead. Are they hot right now? I don't know. Top of the 6th, same score, no outs, runner on the corners. Travis d'Arnaud, line drive. That's going to get to left field, and a runner's going to score. Does its job. Game tied at 2. That would end Luis Severino's night. Buto, though, comes in relief with no outs and 2 runners on. So Buto strikes out. Eddie Rosario here swinging. No. And then Buto gets Nacho to strike out swinging as well. Crowd on their feet as Buto is coming through for the team. How about Loreno? Flying out to center field, and that, my friends, would end the inning. Buto hikes after coming up big, and he gets a little hug. Thank you for that from Severino. Top of the 10th. Free baseball. Game still tied at 2, 1 out, runner on third. Loreno in a rundown here. Runs over the catcher in desperation. Alvarez would take offense to being knocked over before being held back, so we're exchanging words now. Mets would get out of the inning without allowing a run. But words are exchanged, shoulders are bumped. Bottom of the inning, Jeff McNeil up 2 on, 2 outs. McNeil, fly ball to right field. Loreno, though, misplays it and allows the ball to drop, and the Mets win the game.
Wow, what an ending.
Loreno takes the wrong angle, ends up running completely past the ball. McNeil gets soaked as he gives the Mets a 3-2 win in extra innings. Now, the Mets walk it off in another close one. They are now 21-10 in 1-run games this season. That's the best in the majors. It's been a fantastic stretch in the clutch for New York, winning 10 out of their last 11, decided by just a run. I would say they are hot right now. Had that not happened, this would have been our top story. Clayton Kershaw making his year 17 season debut following offseason shoulder surgery. Hasn't pitched since October 7th. His wife, Ellen, emotional to see him out there. He credited his family for being able to get back out there. Top of the first 2 outs, Kershaw, runners on first and second, strikes out Patrick Bailey. That ends the inning. Everyone's fired up. Top of the third now, no outs, Kershaw. Tyler Fitzgerald, runner on first. He lines it to left field. It bounces off the wall, and Jorge Soler scores. So Fitzgerald is in with a rare triple. So Kershaw gives up his first run. Okay, now how do we bounce back? Very next pitch, Elliot Ramos lines it off of Kershaw, and Gavin Lux can't make a play. Fitzgerald scores from third, but watch the ball deflect right off Kershaw's left side. Scary moment for a minute. He's okay. Giants take a 2-1 lead after giving up another single. Kershaw looking to settle in with no outs. Strikes out Bailey. Next batter, David Villar. Curveball, he was looking. Then Kershaw strikes out Thairo Estrada. That would end the inning. And so 72 pitches for Kershaw. 47 of them were strikeouts, or strikes, I should say. And here he was after the game on how he felt.
It meant a lot. I think, just from the first time, having surgery to the rehab process to be able to get back out there in Dodger Stadium is something I thought about for a long time. So it meant a lot. It meant a lot. Ellen and the kids were here too, and they were so excited. And there's a lot of people in here that spent a lot of time with me to help me get back, and people back home as well to help. So this was really cool that a lot of people cared so much to help me, and so. And then for me personally to go back out and, pitch here in Dodger Stadium, definitely not that I ever did before, but I'm not going to take that for granted again.
Of course we won't. Kershaw went 4 innings, but what did the rest of the day look like for the Dodgers? Let's show you. Bottom of the fourth, Dodgers trail by a run. That's Kike Hernandez with a runner on second. Hits it the other way to right. It's off the wall there, and Lux is going to score from second. Hernandez ties the game at 2. Kershaw watching from the dugout, loves it. Doing the same dance. Bottom of the 8th now, game tied up at 4. Former Giant, as in 2 days ago, Nick Ahmed up to bat. Hits it high, deep to left center field. That's a home run. Here's what's crazy. Nick Ahmed was a Giant 2 days ago, played yesterday, settling in now as a Dodger with a bomb of his own. Dodgers dugout, of course, love it, and now they lead 5-4. Next batter is Shohei Ohtani. You're telling me Ohtani is going to homer the same day that Kershaw makes his debut? Excuse me, Dodgers, we're watching. Back-to-back homers in the 8th, and they would go on to beat the Giants 6-4.